Hello everyone and welcome back to this European Journeyman series with Monaco. Now today we are away against Montpellier in Ligue. We've got a full strength team out there. There's still a couple of long-term injuries which we're hoping will come back soon. Thomas Amar is out for the season. Fabinho should be back in the next couple of months. Sidibe in just a few days. But otherwise the team is still very strong after the signings we made in January. And last time out we had another perfect episode. We are still unbeaten in all competitions this season. But I have a feeling that could change today. We've got some very tough matches coming up. First away against Montpellier. Then we have Manchester City in that second leg. Having won the first one 3-0 away from home. It's going to be tough against them at home. Then we have PSG at home in Ligue just 3 days after that Champions League match. Before facing Toulouse and then PSG yet again in the Coupe de la Ligue final, finishing off against Amiens in the quarterfinal of the Coupe de France. Now they are a non-league team, so we can rest players for that at least. But these 3 games against City, PSG and PSG again are going to be very, very tough and could decide the title race, this one against PSG especially. But there is a chance of silverware in this episode which we should look forward to. Now the first thing is making sure we re-establish our lead at the top. PSG did close it down to 2 points by winning a game in hand, so we need to win to reopen that 5-point gap and keep us at the top of the pyramid for as long as possible. For this one, we are going to be playing with Morata, Hazard and Bernardo Silva in the front 3, Pineda, Cook and Cranevitter in midfield, Zeka, Pereira, Vallejo and Azpilicueta in the back 4 and Nezovic in goal. Morata on the ball, running at the defence, still going Morata, he finds Hazard. He plays it off to Bernardo Silva, ball spread to Zeka, he can put it across, Morata's in there with a header but it's gone over. We're into the last 5 minutes of this game and there's not been a highlight in this entire second half, despite us trying to throw things at them. I think it's going to finish in a bore draw. There it goes. Montpellier only had 1 shot on target. We had 12, which were all saved by the opposition keeper. This is definitely a case of getting FM'd by the game. We're now 3 points clear of PSG, 8 games to go. We are still unbeaten, that is the main thing for me, and we are playing PSG next in the league. So if we win that, we will go 6 points clear at the top. If we lose, PSG will go top. So it really is going to be all about that game. It is essentially a cup final against PSG that we've got to look forward to. Well, I'm playing a bit of a risky strategy against Manchester City in the Champions League knockout stages. We are going to rest a lot of players because of that Ligue game against PSG. 3-0 win away from home gives me enough confidence that we should be getting through here. And the big players are on the bench if we need them. So we should be okay. It is still a risk though, and if it backfires, it will be absolutely heartbreaking. Now we're going to play with Hazard, Boris and Mbappe up front. Still a strong front 3. Castellano, Soufache and Cranevitter are in midfield with Zeka, Glick, Vallejo and Pereira making up the back 4. Nezovic hasn't conceded a goal in about 4 games, so I'm hoping he can keep that record up today. Hazard with the free kick into the box, and it's come down to Oblak. Griezmann has fouled Vallejo, and we've got a chance to make it 4-0 just 2 minutes into this game. Eden Hazard, who took the free kick, is going to take this penalty. He is exactly who I want on this at this stage. He steps up and he finds the bottom corner, and Manchester City now need 4 goals to go through today. Griezmann with the corner in towards Sanchez. It's cleared out to Chamberlain. He takes it down the right. He's gone past another player. That was a good bit of play, and Romero is at the back stick to make it 1-1. Oblak with the goal kick sent forward. Chamberlain wins the header, but Castellano gets across. We really need to be careful with Chamberlain. Here's Soufache back to Cranevitter. Now Castellano down the line looking for Hazard, who can't beat Marston to the ball. Hazard maybe not got the pace he had of 5 years ago or so. Oblak sends it forward. Ball won on the header, but Neves wins it. Cranevitter down to Castellano. He finds Boris with the pass. He lays it off to Soufache. Castellano to Boris. He's going to look for the pass, surely. He does find Mbappe. Boris still in there. He's hit the woodwork and it's cleared away. Zeka with the throw. Hazard on the ball. Comes back to Zeka. Ball laid off to Castellano. He lines up Soufache. It's into the box. Mbappe strikes it. It's 2-1. And City again now need 4 goals in the next hour. Corner from Mbappe, sent into the near post. It's cleared away by John Stones, and Bernat is the furthest man forward for them. He finds Griezmann. Looking for a player to his right. He finds Sanchez, whose strike is saved by Nezovic. Silva following up, but the ball cleared away. Chamberlain running down our right flank. Going to get the cross in as well. And Silva at the near post has made it 2-2 on the night. Glick with the free kick. Sent forward to Hazard. He's got Zeka making the run to his left. It's Castellano on the ball. Finds Mbappe. He's got a man in support, but he puts a cross in himself. It's come for Hazard, who can't force it in. He's still got the ball, though. Finds Zeka. Soufashe with a bit of space, but he's put it wide. Zeka with the throw-in. Just 15 minutes left for us to hang on for a place in the quarterfinals. Hazard has completely given that ball away to Gabriel Jesus, so Crane-Vitter cleans up for him. Hazard again can try. He finds Boris this time. Ball back to Hazard. Man to his left. Instead, he's still coming inside Hazard. He's still going. He finds Pereira on the right. He puts the ball into Mbappe. Ball back to Castellano. That was an excellent pass from Mbappe. And Castellano strikes it into the bottom corner to make it 3-2. Malcolm with the free kick. And he's found the top corner. It is now 4-2. And we are going to be beating Manchester City at home and away. Soufashe gives the ball away to Silva. He's trying to come back at us. City still trying to go for this. They need 5 goals in the next 5 minutes. And that one has gone in from Chamberlain. Nezovic has had a shocker there. It's gone down as an own goal as well. So that shot mustn't have been on target. But it's now 4-3. Well, there is the full-time whistle. There was a risk today, having rested so many players, that we could lose that unbeaten run that we've had all season. Instead, we managed to get the win, and we've beaten City comprehensively at home and away in the Champions League. Well, after managing to overcome Manchester City in the Champions League, we now have the biggest game of our league season at home against PSG. Now, they did lose to us in the reverse fixture in Paris earlier this season. A really dramatic result that game was, and I'm hoping we can get a good performance today. A draw I would take, a win is what I want, but I absolutely do not want to lose our unbeaten season to PSG. So I really want to make sure we get the result today. That's why we rested players against Manchester City. It means that Morata and Bernardo Silva completely fit and fresh. Hazard as well, still reasonably well looked after in that game against Manchester City. Pineda, Cook and Crane-Vitter all look pretty sharp as well. Zeka, Pereira and Vallejo are fit. Sidivi still recovering from his injury, but he's fit enough to start as far as I'm concerned. And Nezovic is in goal. So I'm hoping this team can put out a good performance as we did against City and get another win that would pretty much tie up our league title. Rulli sends the ball forward from the free kick. Crane-Vitter's got it though. Now Morata can really run at the PSG defence. He finds Eden Hazard in on goal. It's saved. Bernardo Silva follows up. And we have taken the lead inside 10 minutes against PSG. Hazard with the free kick. He sends it towards the back post. Vallejo got there. Crane-Vitter's header is taken by Rulli. Bernardo Silva free kick just outside the area. Vallejo down to Crane-Vitter, who has cracked that into the top corner. It's his first goal for the club, and what a time to get it. We're now 2-0 up with half an hour to play. Hazard with a free kick outside the area. He's found the top corner. It is 3-0, and this is becoming a parade to the title. PSG are going to be 6 points behind us after this game. Castellano onto Pineda. Just 5 minutes to go. Still coming forward, he finds Zeka with a brilliant ball. Zeka puts a cross in. It's fallen to Bernardo Silva, who hits the post. Castellano's free kick. He's gone for goal and he's found the top corner as well. The team are playing like absolute champions. It's a 4-0 drubbing of PSG. Well, I said a couple of episodes ago that I feel like I've put together the best team I've ever had in Football Manager, and I'm pretty sure that is true after this result. We have crushed PSG. It's the 3rd time we've beaten them this season. We're now 6 points clear at the top with 7 games to go, and we are still unbeaten, having played PSG twice. We beat them both times. We are responsible for half of their defeats in the league, and we are looking good for the title. Well, that victory has also meant we qualified for the Champions League, and the board have set the budget for next season. £4.7 million wage budget, £100 million in the bank. And if I wasn't sure about staying another season, I think if we struggle to win all of the trophies this year, I will probably stay again, given the amount of money that would be on offer. And that difference it would make to the team as well, because that's another 600 grand in wages, £100 million transfer budget. That is crazy, and we could sign some world-class players with that cash. Well, it is worth noting that our fixture list has changed because the Champions League quarter-final draw has taken place during the international break, and we have been drawn with FC Porto, by far the best team to have pulled out of that draw. PSG have got our former club Benfica and also European champions Benfica. Manchester United will take on Juventus. Barcelona will take on Spurs. And I think having been drawn against Porto, we've got a very good chance of winning this competition, depending on who we pull out in the semi-finals if we make it past Porto. But with the home leg first, I'm confident we'll make it through. Unfortunately, those legs are sandwiched either side of the Coupe de la Ligue final with PSG, so that's going to be a very intensive run of games. We really need to beat Toulouse to make sure we maintain our position at the top of the league, and that 6-point gap at the top of the league that we've just opened up over PSG. Hopefully they will slip up again in the next 7 games, but that is hoping for a lot in a league like this. So we're going to be playing this match with a strong team out there. Morata, Hazard and Bernardo Silva all up front. Pineda, Cook and Thiago Maia in midfield. Zeka, Glick, Vallejo and Azpilicueta in the back four, and Nezovic in goal. Leg off, sends the ball forward, cut out by Cook. Bernardo Silva has the ball now. It would settle nerves a little bit if we could score an early goal. And here's Eden Hazard in a good position. Morata's free in the middle. He finds him, and there is that early goal that gives us the lead. I'm really nervous about this unbeaten season. I've never done it before in Football Manager, and if we do it this season, I would be absolutely over the moon. Lewis Cook, back to Glick. Now Cook again. Plays it forward to Pineda. Ball on to Bernardo Silva. He's got Azpilicueta in a lot of space. 3 in the box to aim at. It's come to Bernardo Silva again. Now Cook. Looking for Azpilicueta if he can. Maia does find him. There's the ball into Bernardo Silva. Excellent touch. Finds Pineda, who takes his time, finds his spot and drills it home. Thiago Maia wins the ball. Now Cook onto Boris. He sends an excellent ball to Bernardo Silva in on goal, and he makes it 3-0, and that is surely the 3 points all secure. Well, there is the full-time whistle. It's another very good win away from home. 3-0 against Toulouse means that we do move temporarily 9 points clear, and we've only got 6 league games left to play. Well, it is Champions League quarter-final time, and after beating Manchester City home and away, we've been drawn against Porto, a team that we were crushing with Benfica in the Portuguese League. So I'm hoping we can do the same with this, as I think, much stronger Monaco team. Now, I want to get a really good performance in the first leg, because it means we can go completely hard at PSG in the Coupe de la Ligue final that's at the weekend, and then we can maybe think about resting players or just letting tired players come out in the second leg. So everybody is completely fresh for this match, which is the main thing. It means we can put a strong possible team out there with Morata, Hazard and Bernardo Silva up front, Pineda, Cook and Crane-Vitter in midfield, Zeka, Glick, Vallejo and Sidibe in the back four, and Nezovic in goal. Ball thrown in long, it's headed away, and now Porto coming at us again. We've only had 1 shot in this game so far. Nezovic makes a stop there, but Porto are very much on top of us. Svilar sends the ball out from the goal kick. Well won by Zeka, but Hazard doesn't get to it. Instead it's Dalot. Back to Svilar again. He plays the ball long. Cut out by Cook. Again Porto have the ball. Lucas Lima. Now Rui Pires. Just playing little triangles in midfield, and Cook's won the ball. Now Hazard can counter-attack. We have come into the game a bit more since half-time. Lima has won the ball back though for Porto. Now it's Quiros to Dalot. Ball into Pires. Lucas Lima finds Zaza. He's in behind our defence. He's in on goal, but he blasts it over the top. Castellano's free kick, and it's deflected in. We have finally got the breakthrough in the 80th minute. It gives us control of this tie ahead of the second leg, but I want more goals if we can get them. Zeka with the throw, finds Morata. Ball onto Hazard. Now Pineda in a good position, finds Castellano again, and Pineda follows up and he tucks it in that bottom corner for 2-0. Well, there is the full-time whistle, and I would say that's a pretty much perfect result against Porto, keeping the clean sheet and getting a 2-goal cushion to take away from home. It means if we get 1 goal in that match in Porto, they will need to score 4 to go through. Well, here is the Coupe de la Ligue final. We are having a replay of last year's final when we were beaten by PSG. We've beaten them 3 times though so far this season. This would be number 4 if we can get the win. Now we're going to be putting out a similar team to the one that played against Porto in that 2-0 win. There is a huge risk we could lose our unbeaten run in this game, which actually now stretches back 11 months. We are unbeaten since the middle of May last year. We're now into April of the following year. That's how long we've been unbeaten, and that is in all competitions, including the Champions League, which is absolutely mind-blowing. So I'm expecting us to lose at some point. Now we're in the hardest part of the season. It is going to happen, but hopefully it doesn't happen in this cup final. We are going to be playing with Hazard, Morata and Bernardo Silva up front, Pineda, Cook, Thiago Maia in midfield, Azpilicueta, Pereira, Vallejo and Sidibe across the back 4, and Nezovic in goal. Hazard with the corner into the middle, it's headed away and Luna Diale can bring it forward. Now it's Sato looking to launch the counter-attack. They've got a man over, it's Koric. Another man arriving is Luna Diale, who started it all. He puts it across and Pulisic has his effort saved twice by Nezovic. Good goalkeeping there. Marquinhos with the throw, finds Luna Diale, ball put in and it's come to Sato. Nezovic got a hand to it but couldn't keep the ball out. It's a goal on his debut for this, what must be a young regen, and it's now 1-0 to PSG and we have work to do. Sidibe with the throw, finds Castellano, it comes back to Sidibe. He finds Thiago Maia on the edge of the area. Now Pineda is tackled by PSG quite harshly, no foul given. Pereira finds Pineda again. Ball over the top for Azpilicueta. Pineda through to Mbappe. Back to Thiago Maia. Ball into Mbappe again. He goes for goal and he's found the back of the net. In the 68th minute, we have drawn level with PSG and our unbeaten season is still alive. Sidibe sends the ball into Castellano. It's sent to Thiago Maia, who has struck it, and I think it's gone into the back of the net. But the offside flag is up. I knew something was off there, and the ball must have hit Mbappe on the way in, and we've still got to push to try and find this winner. Well, we are at the end of normal time. It is 1-1. I am not happy that we have failed to beat PSG up to this point. I think there's still a lot of work to do. The players seem reasonably happy with this team talk. Let's go out there. We've got 30 minutes to try and win this cup. Bernardo Silva with the free kick, looking for Vallejo, but Trapp comes out to claim it. There's a lot of yellow cards flying around at the moment, 3 in the last 5 minutes as Trapp sends the ball out. Won by Sidibe, Vlasic, won by Sidibe again. Those two playing a bit of head tennis. The ball over the top has come to Saito, who scored the first goal. Now it's Luna Diale. He can pull it back for Saito, who has tucked it in at the far post, and PSG have the lead again. He has scored twice on his debut in a cup final. Well, I think time is up. It looks like our unbeaten season has come to an end. PSG have beaten us in the Coupe de la Ligue final. There is not enough time for us to get a winner. Saito on the ball. There it goes. We have lost our unbeaten season and we've lost the Coupe de la Ligue as well. I'm really, really annoyed at that. We should have won that game. There's no doubt about it. PSG beating us in the final like they always do. It's like there's an inherent thing in the game where they will always win those crunch games. Now, it is disappointing we finished runner-up in that competition, but they are not in the Coupe de France, which we should be going on to win. And we have also beaten them home and away in Ligue, where we are still on to do an unbeaten season, just 6 games away from that in the league. So there is still a lot to be happy about and a lot to look forward to, despite losing this final, which means that we have lost our first game for 11 months in competitive football. That is really disappointing that it's happened against PSG as well. But hopefully next episode we'll be able to come back and beat Porto to make it into the Champions League semi-finals. We've also got the Coupe de France quarter-final as well as several league games that we should be winning. We're playing 20th, 4th, 17th, 13th, 5th and 18th in our last 6 league games. So we should be at least getting through those unbeaten, if not winning all of them. So that is going to be it for this episode. Drop a like on the video if you've enjoyed that 11-month unbeaten run. Make sure to subscribe as well if you're new. But until next time, see ya.